part 2 of this. I did not listen back to the ending of part 1.
That's fine. I did not also either as well.
I think she was getting into characters, but beyond that, I can't give you much of what we were talking.
It was a different part.
Yep. Or it was the same part, but she had just said something about maybe Clark and then was going the other characters or something like that. Part of the issue is that I do remember that she was not really explaining things. She was just kind of going, everything's a joke.
Yeah.
And that was...
man.
You just remembered what we were doing as well. So let's get into it.
Let's talk about the character development. Now, once again, as I've been interlaying through this whole spiel, is that there's so much in this movie that there's not time for character development. So nearly all the characters, if not all of them, wound up being one-dimensional by the time I finished the film.
Ah, yes. One-dimensional. Most of them, if not all of them. Okay, 100% of the characters being one-dimensional.
If you want to talk one-dimensional, you're looking at somebody like a Cat Grant. Maybe even a
which is the girl that I remember.
Yes, of course. But beyond that, like, most people that are given any substantial screen time do have some layers to them, and even their mindset of we're just gonna do our jobs, the Justice Gang, just gonna do our jobs and whatever they point us to with the big thing in the city, that's what we're gonna attack. We don't really care about what's going on with that war stuff. Into we're gonna go help because Superman acts, because these people are getting subjugated. So even that, like, there is development within the film for these characters.
But even if you want to talk about the one-dimensional thing, even the ditzy girl, what was her name?
Cat Grant.
Or
are you talking about Tessmacher?
Yeah.
Eve Tessmacher.
She was a ditzy girl, but then she was vindictive. That's another side. That is 2 dimensions at the very least.
Characters, if not all of them, wound up being one-dimensional by the time I finished the film, and I didn't feel like I knew any of them.
I don't see how you can say that when somebody like Lex clearly spells out his motivation and why he doesn't like Superman.
Yes.
That's as clear as you could possibly be, is having a character go, I don't like this character and what they stand for these reasons. And his actions inform those reasons.
He literally says, I'm not trying to kill you for the war or whatever. I started the war to have an excuse to kill you. I don't know what more. I know nothing about these characters. That's just simply not possible. You know, Jim is not Jim. Jimmy Olsen. You know, Jimmy is a reluctant ladies' man. You know that much at least. You know he thinks Eve has weird toes.
Guy Gardner is clearly an a-hole. He's a douchebag who likes fame.
I know how many women he slept with. Like, what are you talking about?
For example, when we started, I thought I was liking this innocent version of Superman and this Boy Scout who, makes mistakes, but he just really wants to do the right thing. And that part where he was talking to Lois came off fine in the beginning. And I like to get just one scene in the film that was slowing it down a little bit. But then I realized throughout the scene that was like 6 minutes long is like Superman is just saying the same thing about himself over and over again. The scene is not going into any more depth about it. And
so this is 3 different issues mushed into one.
Yes.
There's no character development. They're one-dimensional. I don't know anything about these characters. And now it's going into Superman. He has this character that he is doing, but it's just repeated. So that's a whole different issue. You're getting what you're getting, but then you're like, well, it's repeating and we're not learning anything more and there's no depth. It's like, But this is establishing his character.
I don't even know how you can say that when there are clear times he's Clark Kent and clear times he's Superman in that conversation.
So you can see how he sees himself as Clark Kent and as Superman, and how he tries to portray himself to the people.
Yes. The Superman doesn't have time for...
It's a new thing I'm trying out.
Clear who you... Come on!
Yeah, no, it's...
Guys, if you have seen the trailers for this movie and the clips and the promotional, then you have seen all of Superman's character development throughout the film. It's
Okay, so you see now it's a different thing now again!
I mean, but you can't say that when he went through an entire character arc of who am I, because the reason I'm here is not the reason I thought.
And what if you didn't see the trailers like me? I don't watch trailers and things like that. And even if you did, what's the issue? This is one character in a sea of 5 or 6.
Social media.
And there is no way to avoid everything that's going on. It was just 3, 2, 1. Here's what's supposedly in the Avengers trailer, and here's the Avengers trailer. Like, oh, that was a minute between those 2 news reports.
Well,
Give me time.
I guess since people know what's coming out, just saying, is this, no, here it is. And then the Spider-Man one too. Like, what are we doing out here?
Feige got a gun to somebody's head.
Dude, there is no way someone isn't seeing their family for Christmas. No shot. They are going
for me.
Just fiercely typing spoilers as they're getting dragged away. No, he wears the black suit.
But I don't understand with all the security, how technologically advanced we are. How is this still happening? How is there not a paper trail of this month did it?
Because of course the Avengers trailer was just overseas. This is Avatar. The movie Avatar is going on. Somebody's bootlegging it. They're camming it. That one's simple. The Spider-Man one feels like the special effects team, which Disney tends to outsource anyway, got the pre-cut trailer of what they want things to look like, because you could even see in it, Spidey looks super weird, and some of them just like still images.
Allegedly, we have not seen.
I have never seen this.
Yeah.
If I were to have seen this, the
Hypothetically, from this point on,
the criticisms I would have is it's clear that Spider-Man is not done yet. And unless it's a company, there are 2 things. It's got to be either the company Wi-Fi or a company device. There's no real way to track the traffic going to Twitter. And even then, if they just record it, wait till they get home and then upload it, it doesn't even matter if they're on the company Wi-Fi, because they're just secretly recording on their personal phone. So legitimately, there's only so much security you can do. More so than anything, it's like etiquette. Like, why are you doing this? Don't do this. Especially when you got a job at this thing, unless they're out the door and they're like, Disney, I got nothing for you.
You know, even if it's still like, if you're gonna do it, put your name on it to get some kind of fame or money or whatever. You're just putting it out there and just going, everybody else is getting your clicks. So you're not even getting anything out of it other than I'm the anonymous dude that did it. Now you always looking over your shoulder.
You think people don't get off on being the anonymous dude that did it? Like, everyone watching this trailer is because of me.
I don't understand.
It's not about understanding or not understanding. It's what happens. And I believe this happened.
Repeating that he's a human being, he makes mistakes, but he just wants to do the right thing, and he's a human like you and me. And that's it. And that's all very well and good as an axiom for Superman.
No, that's not. Because even in that first conversation, he never talks about being a human or wanting to be like other people. I was very upfront about being an alien. I am who I am. I only represent me and quote unquote doing good. Nothing to do with this. Oh, he's a human. The only person really espousing that is Lex. Most people are just like, yeah, Superman. They're not really thinking about the alien Superman. And when he has these sit-down conversations with Lois, it's like, you, the person, my boyfriend in front of me, sees beauty and truth in everyone, and it ain't like that. And it's like, well, the real punk rock, though. So, come on, you can't.
But that's all we get of him. That's the only side. I was expecting that scene of Lois to get into some more depth or maturity for him, but it didn't. It's just him repeating the same.
But again, this is essentially the first scene of them, and you're already just like, well, let's get to this Batman. Let's get to the darkness instead of establishing the character first and foremost. This is our Superman, our level of Superman. Yes, he's a nerd. Yes, he's kind of pompous. He's like, Superman doesn't watch the media. It's like, when people have seen you. So he's trying to portray himself as somebody who doesn't care, but he actually does. There's a lot there, and you're just like, man, we're on the clock. Let's get to this darkness stuff. Why is it always just like depth equals darkness? The only thing that we can do is to make somebody dark, and now we got a story to tell.
Because it's so easy. It's such an easy thing to present tragedy to a person. And even if this isn't her overarching point, I'm just going into it. It's so easy to portray tragedy and then want someone to triumph over that tragedy or see how they handle that tragedy, as opposed to things are pretty good. Yeah. Oh no, for this day things are pretty bad and I gotta deal with it. Things are pretty good again.
Same things, and he doubts himself at one point in the film when the Jor-El character
then
assassination.
You can't say that this is all we got of him.
That's all we got in that moment.
Yes, 20 minutes into the film, we're not deeply exploring the character of Superman. Sorry.
Message is revealed, and then later, Pa Kent, which Pa and Ma Kent are also played up for jokes in this film, gives him...
They're old people.
Yes, they are old people. These are humans. Humans are jokey. I mean, and people are allowed to be jokey. I'm sorry, but in that scene, it is very natural dialogue of this old dude just
not giving a shit about his son. Existential crisis and going, that's some good sausage up there.
It's a simple-minded thing of, you're all the way up here. Let's bring it back down here to something simple that we can talk about.
Yes.
Get
something sausages you recognize.
Yes.
Something. This is another day for us. We're not acting like this is the worst day of your life or what have you. This is another day on the farm, and you need to treat it as such. Them sausages.
And it could just be said that this is a dude that is not very emotionally forthcoming.
Yes.
And therefore it takes a lot to get that out of him. And we do see that in the scene, but he's just like, yeah, man, how about them Bulls? They pretty good this season. As this dude is just like, I don't know who I am. The world is falling apart. Everybody hates me. He's just like, yeah, man.
I think Ma even says that when it comes to Clark, he's just a big old mush. But the rest, that would speak to other times he's not a big old mush.
You know, the pep talk, which is basically just reaffirming everything from the beginning of the film that he established about himself. You know, you choose who you want to be.
No, that's not. This is the time we actually get it, because in the beginning of the film he goes, my parents sent me here for a reason, and then that reason is flipped on his head. He does not know who or what he is or should be or could be, and his father goes, you choose who you want to be through your actions. actions. Not because someone told you to be a thing, but because you're doing the thing. This is
somebody who is, I want to make this a problem.
This is when absolutely. This is what I feel like people talk about when they're talking about media literacy. This feels super media illiterate. Not paying attention, because I just had this conversation with Corey and Eric. They're so codependent on each other. So Eric has picked up a bad habit of explaining movies while they're going on, because Corey has a bad habit of not being able to. Yeah. So he explained it to me like, who's that?
That's Superman. Oh,
thanks. He explained it to me like if a character got pearls from their parent in the beginning and the parent died, and then at the end they found out something about their parent and ripped the pearls off, Corey will not understand why that was significant. So Eric will have to go, it's because in the beginning he got... So
they both suck.
They're codependent, and Eric now will turn to Lauren and explain movies, and apparently it's a problem. I'm like, this is where I picked up that habit from, and she's like, where I'll just turn to her and I'll go, so what happened was...
The truth is, I'm Iron Man. He's Iron Man.
I don't know if you remember who Iron Man was.
This was a secret, and now it is no longer a secret, and therefore conflict. Oh no,
dude! So I feel like she is a Corey, where she understands roughly what is going on, but cannot piece by piece understand this thing led to this thing, and as such, the development happened. This is a separate thing. Him talking to his pie is a separate thing. Even if he ties it back to, it just comes from what happened in the beginning. But the beginning was so different from what she thinks it was that she no longer is able to connect it to this end point in the way that she wants of. They're basically just reaffirmations as opposed to giving him a new lesson based on what he thought in the beginning.
And that's it. That's all it is. Like,
that's it.
Like, they put all of these scenes in the trailers and the clips, and that's all. Superman is a human being, like, he's Kryptonian, but he's ultimately actually just a human being like you and me. He makes mistakes, but he wants to do the right thing and be on the right path. That's it. That is this entire Clark Kent. Guys, one-dimensional means that...
He struggles to do
she's
so.
about to explain one-dimensional, but go ahead and struggle.
But he struggles to do so. So it's not one-dimensional. If he has a thought of, should I actually do that? Should I not actually do that? Who am I? That's more than one dimension. And you can say that, oh my goodness, it's one of those hiccup burps. But you can say that it's not, damn, what's I about to say? How did that fit? It was a hiccup burp.
No, you can say he's not exactly hiccup burp.
But he is, though. Press play.
That's it. That is this entire Clark Kent. Guys, one-dimensional means that you have maybe one or two discernible...
I can't... you gotta understand that if you say the number 2 in one-dimensional...
That is not one-dimensional.
That is not a single dimension.
But it sounds a lot more scathing to say one-dimensional.
Then just say not fleshed out.
No, that's too many.
And guys, one-dimensional means that you have maybe one or two discernible traits as a character. That is this Superman. That is this Lois. That is especially this Lex Luthor is just a sniveling, conniving, jealous villain.
That's 3 things. That's not 1 nor 2. That is in fact 3 things. Now you can say that those are similar things, but a jealous person, a conniving person, and a sniveling person may not necessarily do the same things for the same reason. So I would classify those as 3 different things, and therefore it goes against the 2 things that you said.
Characters in this film are flat. They are one-dimensional, like the Silver Age comics, and there is not any more depth to them, which is also what number one. It made me feel like I watched this entire film, and there's so much going on. I did not really understand this world because there was.
I guess we're done with Lex, but let's just go back to this. He is extremely petty.
Oh,
girlfriend, it's just like Phantom Zone.
I hate petty ex-girlfriends, and it's just like, well, you're in the intergalactic jail I've created in this pocket dimension.
The ones that legitimate criminals from around the world, where countries are just like, we need to get rid of this person. They send them to Lex, but also my ex. Not just leave me alone. Not I'm gonna ruin your life in subtle ways outside. Like, no, you're just gonna be stuck here. Cause you.
Entire film, and there's so much going on.
But that's neither sniveling, conniving, nor jealous. That is petty.
He is a petty man.
I did not really understand this world because there was too much going on. It was not good on world building because it just dumped in too much at once.
Pause. I guess we're done with the one-dimensional character.
Is it impossible for world building to be world building because there's so much information at once? That's what was the entire thing.
What was the information that we got? There's a Justice Gang.
In the beginning, we got the scroll, which was these metahumans have existed for centuries. Superman, the most powerful one, came to Earth 30 years ago. 3 years ago, he revealed himself, and now he's lost a fight because he tried to help a war thing.
Entire film. And there's so much going on. I did not really understand this world because there was too much going on. It was not good on world building because it just dumped in too much at once. But by the same token...
No, I
guess we're done with... We're not going to explain what it dumped in. Okay, there's a war that's going on.
Yes.
I can't say how much that was or how confusing that was because I'm just like... And I'm Corey in that moment. I'm like, I ain't about all this political bullshit. But it seemed pretty straightforward. This was a war that was going on. Superman hopped in, did something he wasn't supposed to do, and now
the people are like, "Yo, you shouldn't have did that." Lois and people are questioning what Superman did because he's a stand-in for America, and American heroes coming in to stop this this international incident. When Superman himself says, "I was not representing anyone but myself and doing good because people were gonna die, and I could prevent that, so I prevented it."
And then Lex is just like, "What did you say? I don't worry about the fire hose. I just try not to get sprayed."
Just good.
I didn't walk away feeling like I really knew these characters because there's.
I know Mr. Terrific.
Yeah,
he will do what he needs to do when he feels like it's warranted. He wasn't immediately jump up, I'm gonna go help Clark, but he heard everything Lois said and went, you know what, I'm gonna help you because that's what I want to do. He's like, yo, I gotta close this rift. No matter what, it ain't happen. I gotta go get in Clark. It ain't gonna be in Metropolis if you don't come help. I don't need your help. I'm Mr. Terrific. Shut up.
He's very prideful about himself, his abilities, his tech, because he's just like, what are those circles? Like T-spheres. And he took the time to actually correct them in a situation. It essentially just doesn't matter, but he took the time to correct her on that.
He does not like crypto because he destroyed his tech. It's like, you brought the thing, dog. I know things about Mr. Terrific. He is super busy with the things he's doing, so he can't do a simple, I'm gonna make the garage open faster. He put nanites in his friend's blood so he can track them at all times. Guy Gardner is fake stupid.
But are you saying that you don't understand Superman? How can you not understand one-dimensional characters?
Yeah, if there's
one or two traits.
If there's 9 characters and they're all one-dimensional, where the first time you see them on screen is basically who they are for the entirety of the movie.
How do you not understand?
How do you not understand them or the world? The Justice Gang is employed by Maxwell Lord. They get sent over. Bada boom, bada bam, over. What's not to understand? Things happen. They go deal with it.
So one-dimensional. One thing that
Cool.
Iron Man did when it first came out is it was very good at establishing a three-dimensional Tony Stark.
How?
And that's what got people invested
How?
and wanted to see other movies.
How?
This movie...
How did it establish a three-dimensional Tony? Oh, like he saw what he did and went, I'ma change and be something else, and then basically was Tony Stark through the movie with ebbs and flows of his comedic sense and his I'm worried about people's sense? Oh, kinda like Superman in this movie with his parents thing? What are you talking about, lady?
Boy, if she would have explained what those three dimensions were, you could easily apply them to whatever in this movie.
But
whatever
because
character.
she didn't, it doesn't, you can't apply it because you can't counter it because you just said, yeah, he's three-dimensional.
I feel like I know not much more about the characters that I wouldn't have known just seeing the promotional material. And that's the real tragedy, because I think that David Corenswet was perfectly cast as this Superman, and Rachel Brosnahan as well. She got crowded out. There was a certain point where Lois got crowded out of the plot as well because there was just too much going on and too many characters.
Was she meant
And
to be there
Superman-
every single second of the movie? What moment are you talking about? Because she went up to Mr. Terrific in the Justice Gang to try to do that, and then they went into the Phantom Zone and they were there. What moment was she not? She had quite a big role. Because it was cutting back and forth with Clark in the Phantom Zone, and yeah.
The first conversation Clark, not Superman, has is with Lois. Even though he's in his Superman garb, it is Clark Kent talking, and it is to Lois Lane. Because she knew he was going to be a big sad boy after that parent thing. So she hung out at that apartment and waited for him.
He got captured. He got sent to the zone. She went over to the Justice Gang. Yeah, it was maybe like 7 minutes where she wasn't there between Superman getting caught.
Plot as well, because there was just too much going on and too many characters. And Superman is shafted early on in the film and comes back, and I wound up he comes back near the end, and I wound up just feeling like I don't know much about this character other than this one dimension. He's dopey, he's goofy. That makes more sense in context because everything in this movie is dopey and goofy.
Pause.
So it's like...
No, but he has a sense of responsibility. Even just to Crypto, a dog that he does not like. That is a sense of responsibility. Dopey, goofy, responsibility. That's three things. That's not the two things that you meant, that you said, so it's not one-dimensional. And there's a lot more, but just completely disproving that with that one example with the two things that you mentioned.
How could he play a more mature, depthful Superman in this?
This Superman was fine with the creature he was trying to capture dying, just not the way it was murdered. He said, I was trying to find a way to capture it, or at least euthanize it humanely. He understands that some threats are going to be euthanized humanely if there is nothing that can be done with a creature that seemingly has no intelligence and is just attacking things. You can't put it in a zoo. You can't put it in a reserve. Maybe it's just gotta go. It is what it is.
This movie's tone, but I just walked away feeling like I don't know much about this guy. It's like James Gunn was...
I don't know if we sped her up before. I feel like speeding her up a bit.
That's on you.
Because she's just repeating herself consistently.
But it's just, I don't understand that. It's a simple character. I don't know how you don't understand that. He wants to do good. He's not afforded the opportunity to do good because the people turned on him. He is being berated that he made a mistake by somebody who is clearly more knowledgeable about the situation and sees it from all sides. And he's just going, no, it's a good thing. I helped people. And she's like, you're not looking at it as a larger picture where you may have created more issues in the future. And he's just like, no, here now, good.
Yeah. Maybe there will be, but people survived.
so hyper focused on that one element of him being a human, feeling like a human, that there was nothing else. He wanted to present that idea that he is human like you and me, and he makes mistakes, but he couldn't go any further than that. And get rid of Superman now so I can explore Crypto and Guy Gardner and all the...
What's further than that? What did you want? Did you infidelity with tax evasion? I don't know what is the tenets of Superman? Do good, be a human, and he's not being afforded the opportunity to be a human or do good, and he wants to.
But he can go save that dog that he don't even really like that. By turning himself in. He searched the entire city, couldn't find him. I'ma turn myself in.
In the cage, he's just like, stop and I will grab the baby.
I will save your kid. Just stop the bush.
And once he was well enough, he didn't fly away and like Fortnite dance on him. He saved the baby.
As he was going through that stream, his only thoughts was saving Mom.
Holding up the baby. It's...
You know, Superman's kind of petty because he hates the Super nickname. It's like, you know, that one bothers me.
Yeah, it bothers
Interview
me.
over. The f are you doing?
These other silly characters, because that's what I actually enjoy doing. It doesn't feel like James Gunn actually had any interest in Superman other than maybe staving off the criticisms that have come up thanks to Zack Snyder, and that meanwhile he dumps it full of D-list characters and obscure characters.
I would like to know what she would like.
It's impossible because this is about to be 37 minutes of not exploring points. I cannot believe
shotgun of just points, and then you just shoot a shotgun at the wall and it's just a bunch of holes, and that's just all of her points, just scattered shot
and
points.
She's
of just
hoping
here. World building was 2 sentences.
She's hoping that one of them hits the bullseye in the target for some commenter or whatever to go, yeah, she's right. And now
the world building was trash.
Now they're commenting or liking or subscribing, and she's got
recommending it to other people.
And it's a new fan now. She's I can't imagine repeating myself this much. And I understand that's exactly what we're doing, but you gotta understand that we got nothing else.
That he would actually like to enjoy doing, and tons of comedy because that's what he actually enjoys. And once again, on the note of
but Suicide Squad had tons of comedy, but it also had tons of heart. He could do both things. The Ratcatcher stuff was great.
Dimensional characters. Lex Luthor, once again, completely one-dimensional. He is just a sniveling, mustache-twirling villain who is envious of Superman and wants to find reasons to justify that.
No, he's not just a mustache-twirling villain throwing people on train tracks. He's subjugating an entire country just for the Superman thing. Let's not forget he went on a talk show like, I'm afraid. I'm scared of what's going on here. And it's like, this piece of shit. He's such garbage. He knows how to manipulate people to get the things he wants. He did that whole Superman thing so he can go over to the console so he can go, hey, Planet Watch, we'll handle all this. Nah, we still got Superman. All right, gotta keep kicking it up and kicking it up and kicking it up until they agree. And then he found what he needed. Again, the people turned immediately after that interview with Lex. Like, guys, this is horrible. I wanted to believe in Superman.
I'm scared. Legitimately one of the most. Are you kidding me? I'm scared.
Just this gaslighting bullshit. And then he's got an entire monkey army just parroting, I'm scared. Secret hero, super. Like, what are we doing?
There is no layers to him. There is no dimension to him. He is just a villain out of a Silver Age or Golden Age comic book who just has nothing else to.
There is no depth to going. Even though I'm better than the history's greatest geniuses, and it makes me sick to be in the same breath as them, at least they accomplished things. You just came down and became great, and that's not fair. There's nothing there for you?
Him other than he is jealous and evil. And, Lex's plan in this movie, like, guys, once again, if you are going to criticize Lex's plan in Batman vs. Superman for being convoluted, you better criticize Lex Luthor's plan in this movie. Okay, guys, and this does not get revealed to us in order. Lex Luthor's plan in this Superman movie is he is going to start a war between two countries behind the scenes. He's gonna start a war because he knows that Superman will try to get involved.
Because he did already.
Yep.
Wrong when Superman tries to get involved, and he knows that if Superman tries to get involved, that'll cause some tension for him from the main public, and that by doing that he can
You're also missing the part where he's sowing that doubt with the online trolling of the monkeys. It's
and creating the entire I am the hammer of Balvia or whatever.
Baravia.
Turn the public against Superman and make an excuse to kill Superman. So that if Superman gets into conflict because of this war overseas, then he will have to turn himself in. And when Superman turns himself in...
Oh, not he had to turn himself in. He tried to Planet Watch thing. They said, no, we're still good on that. So he kept going and kept going and kept going until the point where either those people bust in or he gets the go-ahead to go arrest Superman, or Superman turns himself in. The point was the arresting of Superman, regardless of how it happened.
He will capture him and bring him to his secret lair where he has a bunch of monkeys that type in hate comments on the internet that Superman really hates. He has an entire army of mutant monkeys that types in hate comments for bots on the internet, and there are references to internet battles and bots that hurt people's feelings. James Gunn, get off the internet, please.
Are you saying these things don't happen on the internet?
Yeah.
100% a plot written by a man who is too much online. But yeah,
that misinformation can be spread through the internet with enough people just reiterating the same things from different accounts, but really coming from the same hive mind. Like, these things happen.
This has this mutant monkey army within a lair that he keeps his ex-girlfriends who have wronged him and people he doesn't like, and he's going to keep Superman. And how is he going to keep Superman there? Well, he's captured Metamorpho, yet another character who can metamorph his arm into being kryptonite to keep Superman down. But how is Lex Luthor keeping Metamorpho in there? Well, he's captured his son who's in a rival cell.
What's
so he captures Metamorpho with his baby in a separate cell that's threatening that he'll hurt the baby unless Metamorpho does what he wants. So that keeps Metamorpho there so he can keep the kryptonite on Superman. Well, Lex Luthor...
If you explain things fast with rising voice to make it sound more ridiculous, you can make almost anything sound ridiculous.
But this doesn't sound ridiculous.
I don't see the ridiculous.
He needed kryptonite because it's something is gone. Here is an individual that can do that. He's not going to do that because Superman is a good person and this guy is a good person. How do I get him to do this? I will capture somebody that he loves.
Is preparing Ultraman, and also he's preparing to split the world and Metropolis in half so he can create...
That was not the plan. The hole got too big and he went let him burn. That was not part of the plan. The plan was to kill Superman at some point
and have his own crew.
He got out, and because he got out, it also split the city. And he's like, who cares? We'll fly, we'll leave, and then we're good.
New country for himself, Lutherania. And it gets to the point where when I was hearing Lex Luthor's plan in the film, where it just sounded to me like Yzma.
I'll turn him into a flea. A harmless little flea. And then I'll put that flea in a box. And then I'll put that box in
Happy
another box.
25th anniversary, Emperor's Green
And when it
Grove.
arrives, I'll smash it with a hammer.
But despite the fact that this Lex Luthor is supposedly so smart and so ingenious, we know
Nothing about... Okay, hopefully this is where you break down the issues of the actual plan instead of just saying the plan and going, isn't that bad?
Lex Luthor, one of the biggest masterminds in fiction, that he is able to play 4D chess with Superman and know that all of these things will happen.
Hey, if you keep going that Superman is a simple character, wouldn't it stand to reason that a super smart person is able to manipulate such a simple person?
This person is very altruistic. He's a do-gooder. He is...
And emotional.
And emotional. He is seen as being against the law. He will turn himself in. Will he turn himself into the normal police? No. Or if he does, the normal police will call us because we can handle him.
I punched him too hard. Please arrest me.
The way that his plan is thwarted, guys. The way that his plan is thwarted is his girlfriend, Eve Tessmacher, has been taking selfies everywhere. And he knows this. She's with him all the time, and she is always there taking selfies. But she apparently has been sending those selfies to Jimmy Olsen, who's an ex-boyfriend who she wants to get back with.
No,
And
she sent them all in one big bag.
Yeah, I got everything you need, Jimmy, and it's a bunch of selfies of her. And he's like, oh my God, she's just doing that until he looks in the background and realizes what's going on. It wasn't like they've been communicating this entire time and he's been slowly gathering the evidence. He went, go against Lex. Lex pissed her off and she went, I've got everything you need, Jimmy.
He's been sending selfies to Jimmy Olsen, and it's to the
Not
point
what
where
happened.
if Jimmy Olsen needs to know something, she will tell it to him. And the way that they find out where Superman is being held is because Eve has been texting. She's willing to text Jimmy Olsen about it. The way that they find out Lex Luthor's plans is because Eve Tessmacher has been taking selfies around them, and that are with her in the picture and his plans in the background of like Luthorania and all that, and has been sending them to Jimmy Olsen. And they literally find out everything because Lex Luthor's girlfriend, who is openly...
Oh, is this your point? If Lex is so smart, how did he not recognize what was going on with Eve? She's beneath him.
Yeah, she's just this dumb girl who's just taking selfies.
She is not of note to him.
And who is Lex going, she's gonna send it to X person, and X person will do what?
taking selfies around him and his plans, is sending these pictures to, and she, this ditzy dopey girl has been sending them to Jimmy Olsen, who happens to be a reporter at the Daily Planet. And it's like, so Lex Luthor's this mastermind, but he never once decided to check where his girlfriend was sending those pictures to, and he doesn't.
She sent them all at once.
You didn't. You're creating an issue. You're misremembering at the most charitable thing and creating a problem based upon your misremembering things.
You truly just don't remember the scene.
Find out or nix it until it's way too late in the film. So it's like he was allowing her to take selfies, which he's doing everywhere around his plans.
Yeah, because even when Superman busts in, he's just like, "Go, yes, that's right, Eve, get all of this." It's just something she does.
And we would have to see that he is so jealous or commanding that he would look at every single thing that she's doing while still running his empire, trying to ruin Superman, doing all of these things, and also going, yo, who you texting? No.
She's just not of note to him.
Yeah.
Never checked her phone, never made her delete the stuff, never tried to stop her from taking the phone.
I would love to ask her, has she checked every single one of her partners' texts, DMs, all these things? Because it's just impossible to expect somebody to do that.
Yeah, if
when you take a selfie, it's like, where you sending that?
If you were torrenting and someone took a pic of a film that's still in theaters and with you in it, both of y'all in it, are you going, well, who did you send that to? Where you? I doubt you would. I don't think you'd care.
Photos, never even saw where they were going. Forget sending them to a literally Daily Planet ex-boyfriend who I bet Lex Luthor would have known about under normal circumstances. She could have been posting them on the internet for all he knew.
Under what circumstances? And if she takes a picture, he's not keeping an eye on her at every single time and going, oh, she took a picture in front of my giant map. He's doing things. She takes a picture.
That is how Lex Luthor's plan is thwarted in this movie.
And it's world-renowned Lex Luthor and his hot supermodel girlfriend. She posts a picture online. It's just Lex Luthor in an office doing normal things.
Is because he didn't bother to check where his girlfriend was sending all those selfies.
Not an issue.
It happened in a closet at the second act.
All at once.
All at once. A big photo dump. That's what happened.
Not an issue.
Please remember the film.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, you are kidding. They are kidding you because it's not what happened.
This movie is more than just a comedic Superman film. It's like it borders on parody so much. And it's so much of a parody that I just felt like it drowned out what I really needed, which was actual character development. And
hey,
character
why do you need
murdering me?
Like, I don't need character development in a film, as long as the characters are established enough. But again, our definitions of character development are gonna differ greatly. But reading something like 1966, 1946, whatever that Stephen King novel was, with a dude that just kind of gets chased by rats. I don't think he developed a lot. He just kind of going into psychosis. There's another story with a dude that gets a magic wish granting thing, just wishes for his enrichment. At the end, he just wants more. He didn't really develop. If anything, he just kind of exposed who he truly was. So all of this, like...
Development. It's a super easy thing to go, this thing is bad because the characters didn't develop, or there's no development with the characters. It's an easy, just one thing to drop. It's a tweet. It's a listen to this girl. She talks about how there's no development. It's easy to do, and it's just meaningless, especially when you just say there's no development, and you're so clearly wrong, and you're so fluid with your definition about what development is or isn't.
And not forthcoming with what your definition is. Because again, I don't change.
Is it change? Is it the fact that they're one-dimensional? What is character development?
That they go through a low point and before the high point? Because this does happen.
Actual depth to get me to care about them. And it just failed on that. It failed to establish this universe. It failed to establish these characters. There was just too much in terms of...
I also get really tired of the phrase to make me care for them or whatever, because I see it a lot in wrestling where it's storylines we care about and can sink our teeth into, and it's like every story is different for each person. Just a monolithic catch-all, we've created a story for you to sink your teeth into. What if I like Captain Charisma Christian in the mid card more than whatever you're doing in the main event? That's the story I care about. So just to go characters we can care about or I can care about, there's no character you cared about at all in this film. You did not care about Lois, even though you praised her earlier. You didn't care about Superman at all because he's quote unquote one-dimensional. It's the only way you can care for a character is if they get character development or super changes or super fleshed out or whatever. Which again, this movie does a lot of the things that I'm saying. You just didn't care about it because even when people were praising the film, you went in with like, oh, I wonder if they're right, as opposed to people have said good things about this movie. I am excited to see it. It's, could they be right? I don't know. You were already on the negative end of things.
Looking to disprove those people, looking for reasons why they were wrong for whatever reason.
And at this point, it's hard to know if she even watched the movie or read a synopsis.
I'm gonna say that in good faith, she watched the movie and simply forgot and is, I don't want to say rage baiting, but just they have a bias against this for whatever reason. If be it Superman, be it James Gunn, be it DC, whatever the case may be, there's a bias against this, and they need to prove it's bad by whatever means.
James Gunn has been a huge sticking point recently for them.
Plot and goofiness going on, and the characters constantly coming in and introducing them, and exposition. Like, so much wrong with this film and the writing. Like, characters will just exposition stuff. Like, Lex Luthor will be like, I don't like metahumans, but I don't like Superman most of all because he makes me feel small. And then a character next to him will say, well, I sacrificed my humanity in order to take...
That is the one time that happened, and it was piss.
That's the bad one.
Yes, that is the bad one.
But this is so much like, hey, Sakura, am I right? Where you point out the obvious bad one to go, that's what this is.
And then there's no other examples, or there's one other example. But something
I don't think there's going to be another example.
But something like Lois going, I knew this wouldn't work. And Superman like, what do you mean this wouldn't work? And nothing. And then they go back to that later and go, what about that? That's good stuff there.
Like, they're sitting down, his world is crumbling, and he goes, what did you mean by it wouldn't work? He's still worried about her because he loves her.
He go hot chocolate. He goes hot chocolate.
It's a good movie. I'm sorry.
Superman and another character will just exposition dump who they are to the audience because there's not enough time. There's stuff happens so fast, like out of the film. My dad was like, so.
There was one example, and it was the bad thing.
I can't believe you actually thought there would be more at this point.
I was hoping.
You can hope it. You know what? It's fair. Hoping. We're talking about Superman. Have that hope in your heart, buddy.
The S, you see, it's like a river, and it winds, and it means hope. Moving on. That is something that you said.
Why did they get into Mr. Terrific's spaceship and fly around? And I'm sure that there was maybe something that they did with that, but I'm like, I don't know. They got into the spaceship, which reminded us a lot of Thor Ragnarok, and there was another joke.
Because the city was collapsing.
Yeah.
About that spaceship crashing and flying. So much happened. It's like my brain erased exactly what they were meant to do in that spaceship with the Daily Planet.
Pause. Because you not remembering something is not a slight on the movie itself. That's more on you.
Just too much going on, too much goofiness, too much of a barrage. So at the end of the film, I am left with a disaster I feel might even be on a similar level to Batman versus Superman in terms of installing a universe, essentially. I don't understand this world. I don't know who the characters are because
what do you not understand about the world
or the characters? What is there? You mean to tell me you do not know who Guy Gardner is in this world?
They tell you that there are metahumans on this planet. That Superman is one of them. They say how long he's been active. We see other metahumans in the movie.
We see things happening in the movie where the people around them are like, yeah, this is just another day for us. Intergalactic Imp, they can handle that. Oh, Big Monster, I'm going to look out my window and sip a cappuccino as I watch it happen.
What's not understandable about the world?
Like vomited at me constantly, just too many things. They didn't get any time to breathe or really make me feel like I was a part of this universe, or I was.
This could have legitimately been a twit longer.
Nah, this is a 13-minute video, I'd say.
9.
Experimenting it because it was a constant barrage of things. This movie is like a baby having keys jangled at them, where it's just constant noise. That's what this movie felt.
They sit down in the very beginning and talk for like 8 minutes about the consequences of Superman helping international people not die as they're being invaded.
To me, it was just constant noise of stuff that I think that it might distract some people from the fact that the plot is just so convoluted. The characters aren't.
Too many people put these negative words out there, and just the word themselves is meant to convey the negativity of what they're trying to say. There's nothing wrong with the convoluted plot. It just means there's a lot of threads moving around. It's not straight-laced. It's not straightforward. I need to go here to do this thing, and my family is kidnapped. I need to go to the place where the bad guys were to get my family back. That is straightforward. There's no convoluted plot, whatever. Oh, but the bad guys kidnapped the family to extract the blood, and now it's starting to get more convoluted. Is the plot worse because of that, or is it just more not complex, but there's just more pieces to it? There's a lot of moving parts here. And I wouldn't even say a lot of moving parts. It's just Lex puppeteering everything, really.
But then you can also have a convoluted plot that is also bad of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, where we need to get this blade and it's in this ship, and now that we got this blade, we need to stand here on the edge of this and hold it up to the never moving pieces of the Death Star, and then pull out the little piece of the knife, and then we need to go here where it's pointing.
And also Palpatine returns somehow.
I don't know.
Yeah, Kylo has one of the pieces in the very beginning, and there's like two other pieces, so we gotta go get the other piece. Like, yeah.
And the whole knife thing was to get the other piece.
That's some convoluted while being bad.
Getting much development whatsoever, but it's noise, right? I'm left not thinking, like, what is this universe? Who are these characters? What is this world? And
9 minutes.
Yeah.
You could legitimately do a supercut of the points, take out the repeating part.
The repeating parts, oh yeah.
And if you hit 11 minutes, I would be shocked.
And guys, this is no foundation to build a universe. The Batman can't exist in this universe because it could never cross over with something that grounded.
Yes, it can.
What do you mean grounded? There's a giant monster.
She means that Batman's grounded. Something that grounded.
Okay, yeah, Batman. I guess plant lady. That's grounded.
She hasn't appeared yet. Batman is a convoluted plot.
But what can you do in Batman where you're just like completely grounded? An evil clown with poisonous gas? What is completely grounded? Penguin. He's just this short, ugly dude. It's like, all right, yeah, that's real riveting in 3 movies and a TV series.
It was real riveting for a TV series. Hold up. I will not accept this penguin slander.
It wasn't Batman Penguin. It was Penguin doing his own thing. It wasn't Batman going, I'm gonna punch you, Penguin. Because what happened in the movie? He punched Penguin 20 minutes in.
Dude. I will never forget when I was doing my weekly Gotham thing. You go, oh, they would say some lame, like, they fed the fish to the penguin. Because her name was like, Fish Mooney.
Or something.
Yeah, they fed the fish to the penguin. I will never forget that line. Because it's exactly the type of they were doing sometimes.
Batman is going to exist, or Swamp Thing, or Wonder Woman, or any other...
Swamp Thing? The embodiment of the green?
Swamp Thing can't exist in this world because it's too fantastical?
The thing from the swamp cannot... The monster that is an avatar of the green cannot exist in this world where you have something like Poison Ivy who just utilizes the green existing.
Bullet repelling bracers from Wonder Woman and a lasso of truth cannot exist in the same universe as Guy Gardner and Hawk Girl. Cool.
was something that grounded. If Batman is going to exist, or Swamp Thing, or Wonder Woman, or any other characters, then they would have to be on that level of ridiculousness that Superman and Supergirl are on.
The Supergirl trailer was not ridiculous, but
it wasn't out by this.
Yeah, but why even bring it up at that point there? Especially when Supergirl has been said to be a drunk and a party animal in some ways, and she crash lands in the thing and calls him a bitch.
Flash took out a baby out of a microwave that fell out of a building. But that exists?
Put the baby in the microwave first.
But then he took it out. The GIF is... I'm just going against the GIF, but he took the baby out of the microwave. That exists in the same world as a Batman. Well, how is this too fantastical?
As the Ben Affleck Batman, the I'ma kill Muvs Batman.
As the Man of Steel Superman, which is colorless and gray.
In the beginning of the Flash movie, he's with Batman.
What about this makes you not believe that a Batman couldn't exist?
Again, crossovers are meant to bring a character that's down up, bring a character that's up down, or a combination of both. You would think Deadpool cannot interact with a Punisher, but he does. Or a Spider-Man can't, but he does.
But obviously not. They don't understand this. But in the Welcome to Derry,
Yep.
Which is
spoilers.
Fantastic.
Not that final episode.
Really?
Did not like it.
Really? Well, we got some stuff to talk about there.
Yeah.
But we got this magical, super evil clown running around this little place where he's turning into all sorts of mummies and Draculas and You got this dude that can read minds and go into people's minds and see the dead people. But then they're just like, all right, you're going to the Shawshank prison, which is just a prison.
Yeah.
In
He's
this
like,
world.
please do not send me there.
And
I ain't coming back.
And in that movie, it's just a normal prison. So in this normal prison, you also got up the street evil clowns. And yet it exists.
Evil aliens cosplaying as a clown.
Interdimensional and millennia-old clowns.
That does not even understand the concept of time itself.
And this dude's like, I want to build a library to break out of this prison. And that's his biggest issue. But yet that works because they made it work. You can make
it's the
whatever.
same place with the hotel from Jack Nicholson movie.
Shining.
Because he said at the end, he's like, they hired me for the hotel.
Still, that exists.
A place where he just goes crazy if it sees old co-workers or old workers there and says the N-word.
So it's like, do you guys really want that? Do you really want all the characters to be like this? The problem with this movie is James Gunn. And even then, I was shocked because I have never seen James Gunn turn in a script this incoherent. But the problem is just as...
Did you watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? I'm not a fan, so...
Marvel has become just the Kevin Feige Overlord universe. No matter who they hire as a director, you can always tell it's Kevin Feige production. All of this DCU is just going to be James Gunn production. It's gonna...
How if he's not the director of it all?
Yeah.
Marvel says Marvel grinds you down. Gunn, he said that he's allowing the artistic vision. Like, we're getting an R-rated horror movie for Clayface coming out. I don't think that's gonna have all these quote-unquote Gunnisms.
Whatever those may be.
And again, people are like, yeah, he didn't write or direct Supergirl, but he's a producer on it. But I don't hear people going, yeah, Man of Steel is a Nolan film because he was a producer on it. It's a Zack Snyder film.
gonna be just all this barrage of goofiness. And guys, if this does well at the box office, they're gonna learn all the wrong lessons from this movie. All the movies are gonna be just a speed through barrage of stuff happening because that apparently distracts the audience without any good storytelling. And I'm not as emotionally attached to Superman as I am in Batman, but that's tragic. Imagine if this does well and we get a Batman movie that's like this out of it.
But that's not Batman's character.
Mm-mm. You got the Adam West version, but that's like such a poignant in this place and time version of that character.
You can make a Robin that is the jokey and that contrasts with Batman's seriousness, but you can't have a big cast of characters that are this super jokey because Batman primarily works alone. Maybe in his Bruce Wayne persona you can have some wacky people, but it's not going to be like this.
I mean, people watch the Batman the animated series and how grounded that was, and then that same Batman is in Justice League, and I've never heard people go, oh, I don't understand how he can be here with all these fantastical people. If anything, they praise him for hanging with those fantastical people.
As they should.
Shut up.
It's so disappointing. Like, WB can never get these characters right. And if
I fail outside of Cat Grant to see a character they got wrong here.
What was wrong about Superman?
One-dimensional.
Again, what did you want from Superman?
3 dimensions.
What other dimension? Because you meant name 2 things.
One more.
But she did. No, I did, sir.
Yeah.
if they get a hold of other ones, it's just going to be the same thing because James Gunn he gunned more in this movie than any other thing.
I am so tired of hearing these people talk about James Gunn. Every filmmaker has their things.
Has a style, has a motif.
A storytelling that they like, a way that they frame shots, whatever. Whether you like it or not is fine. But talk about it in the context of what you're watching on the film. As opposed to, it's a Gunnism. You're hitting a checkbox of tropes that James Gunn likes to employ. Oh, he did it bad. No, I don't. It means nothing to me. I did not like the Guardians movie before 3, and I love the Suicide Squad. And I love Superman.
It's not just a name. I'm sure there's people that loved Batman Begins, Dark Knights, and hated Dark Knight Rises from Nolan.
Sure.
Didn't like Tenet, which is completely understandable because that's...
How could you?
It's terrible.
Real bad film, y'all.
James Gunn did too hard with his taste and his stuff, stuffing things full of distractions. That this is the result.
What other movie of James Gunn do you think was stuffed with distractions?
What was Infinity War? Infinity War was stuffed full of things. We hopped over all through space, through different parts of Earth and everything. Has nothing to do with James Gunn. Is that a Gunnism
A
or
bunch
is that
of wacky characters?
joke stuff, serious stuff? Are those Gunnisms or is this just storytelling that just so happens to align with what this dude is doing?
A complete disaster in a different way, but perhaps on the same level of BVS by Zack Snyder.
Cut it.
And it's like, if this will this make money? Maybe. Because you know what other movies made money? Minecraft, Lilo and Stitch, Jurassic World Rebirth.
Good things. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say you never can predict what's gonna make money, depending on the quality or whatever the mark. You never can tell what's gonna make money.
I just had this discussion with somebody where they were talking about AEW won a bunch of awards for some publication, and they're like, it seems like they're winning all of these things. Why isn't it translating to tickets and ratings? And I'm like, there is no way a booker knows what is gonna improve the ratings, or they do it. They have no way what will drop the ratings, or they would avoid it. If This is a award for the best of these things, not the popularity of these things. Because if we're just doing that, why is it Lilo and Stitch, Zootopia, and a Minecraft movie sweeping the Oscars? Because they're the most profitable and highest grossing films. People gotta get out of this box of box office equals quality or what have you. It's just the amount of people going to see a thing.
Willing to see that movie.
No more, no less. Upgrade is one of my favorite movies of the past decade, and it made like 2 times its budget, barely. I love Ray or Not. Sequel looks okay. I don't know how much it made, 80 million, but it wasn't something like a Paranormal Activity where that made like 150 million with a $3 million budget. It did modestly great. And I understand that's oxymoronic, but...
Like, it seems that mainstream audiences will see stuff as long as they're noisy distractions, which perhaps is...
As long as they are entertained by the thing.
Or it looks good, or it's recommended, or, There's any number of things that can make somebody go into something. The drive-in movie theater up there, they do double features. So if you want to go see Weapons, well, you might get shackled onto what was that horror movie that just came out? I forget what it was, but let's say Together. You might have to get shackled to Together, and
or Five Nights.
Yeah. Coming on demand in 7 days.
18 days later, here y'all go.
Whatever. But, you know, that
Netflix, we see you coming, buddy. 3 weeks, you got it, buddy.
But that $20 that you spent up at the drive-thru theater, you may want to only spend $10. I mean, you may only want to go see Weapons, but $10 that is going to go to Together. So that's also added. There's any number of reasons why things are making money.
Yes.
We talked about it before where Black Panther and Captain Marvel, it was bought out by people going, this is a girl's movie. This is somebody that a girl can look up to. We're going to bust in a bunch of girls and line the movie theaters with that. This is a black theater. This is a black movie that young black kids can be inspired by. We're going to make GoFundMe for all of these classes to come into this movie. Any number of things can make people go into the movie. And it could just, obviously, entertainment. Yeah. I want to watch the Jurassic Park movie.
Hey.
Dinosaur bite. I watched it as a kid. Clap.
There are legitimately 6 or 7 superhero solo movies that made $1 billion, and Aquaman is one of them.
And Aquaman.
Why? Because people were entertained by the film.
Or they might think that Jason Momoa is hot. That could also be a thing. Or it's just, this is another in the line of the DC movie, so I need to watch this in order to understand what's happening in the next one. And therefore, I'm like we did with Thor. We were just like, this is gonna be okay at best, but we're watching it because it's leading up to the Avengers, and we need to know what's going on with that.
And that's, people talk so much about where Marvel has really dropped the ball. The thing they dropped the ball with most is that their stuff no longer feels like an event movie, and it no longer feels like I can go watch this movie and get a good movie out of it, while also it eventually will it doesn't even lead to, because Thor didn't quote unquote lead to the Avengers. He's just part of it. Captain America didn't quote unquote lead to the Avengers.
If you want to understand who Thor is, you need to watch this movie. Otherwise, he's here. He's a god. They explain it in a couple lines. Loki's my brother. I'm a god. Blah blah blah.
And it's, you're dedicating 1 hour 50 minutes to it, whereas TV shows, at 40 minutes per, you're doing 8 episodes, you're dedicating 4 hours to it just to learn who Kate Bishop is. It would be like before the Avengers, they had a Hawk guy, and I did say Hawk guy.
Hawkman.
They had a Hawkeye and a Black Widow TV show, 2 separate TV shows. So you've got to dedicate 10 to 12 hours before Avengers and it's like, I'm not doing that. Eventually it just got too much,
especially when it's not really there's so much that's just like it's here, and then there's little bits that will relate to other things in the future, and like, oh, can we just get that? And
like, are you ever gonna watch Ironheart? At the end of Ironheart, she makes a deal with Mephisto to save somebody, to help with everything. So now she's an agent of Mephisto. That's basically the entire information needed. So everything before that was just kind of character exploration, and whether you like it or not, it is what it is. But if you want to check out whatever happens with her in the future, that's basically 17 minutes you need.
I thought you were just gonna be. It's gonna be a Samus where she lost the suit, and then it's gonna be nothing. And in the last episode, she's gonna hop in the suit. It's like, this is what you need now, the new and improved suit. Big in Surf Dracula energy.
And like, I watched Moon Knight, but I don't know if that's ever gonna come back. I don't know if he ever comes back. So now that's just...
He's gonna be in Avengers. Everybody is here though. Whatever the piss that's called.
Doomsday.
Whatever the piss that's called.
There's so much apathy going into... Because the cynicism with RDJ hurt so much the initial impression.
And that's why they just went, watch this trailer. He back, y'all. He back. Didn't you say that he was Captain America? Yeah, we did say that, didn't we? Crazy, huh? But he back.
And now moms are giving comic images. Oh, I'm just Steve. He's like, I'm not Captain America. Sorry, I might cut this part out for the mom that ain't seen it.
Yeah, spoilers. Put the spoilers in the thing. But mom, they dedicated a TV show to this mom and a whole nother movie. And then they just like, but no though.
Here comes Steve, buddy.
Y'all, he back.
It's the one you like.
Captain America is here.
And it sucks because he does a good job as Sam Wilson, but he's not given any material that's worth anything.
He's just kind of Steve Wilson with the shield.
And it's like, and that would be fine if they gave Sam Wilson good things. But I don't have a Cap jumping on a grenade moment for him. Or if I can't get drunk moment from him. Like, it's so frustrating. Doomsday's gonna be a disaster.
That's gonna be a mess.
You want to talk about too much going on? You've got to combine the current gen, the old gen, and potentially the new gen with the next generation of X-Men. Jesus Christ, you got to explain the Doom. Did you see the spoilers of the rest of the trailers?
Yep.
There's not a Fantastic Four one for Dr. Doom!
Why would there be? Because everybody knows that Dr. Doom's greatest enemy is Steve Rogers. So that's why he gets the first trailer. Adoy!
And I understand why they're doing it. They're gonna break down all the original Avengers, and then the final original Avenger was Iron Man, but he ain't Iron Man. Him, Dr. Doom. Nobody cares about
Is that gonna sell 5 more tickets?
It's gonna sell 5,000.
No,
tickets.
just based on that
the
concept.
trailers?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Who's walking into that movie?
3-hour Avatar movie.
Who's walking into Avengers Doomsday going, I wasn't gonna see it until Captain America showed up. It's like, you was always gonna see it.
There will be I don't know.
Also, Avatar has been getting
good.
The same things of pretty but hollow.
But that's not what it's always gotten. Its box office weekend was something like 350 million.
Because it's in all of the D-box where the tickets are $86 to get bubble balm in your face.
Hey, yeah. Feel the ocean. Did some mother just run by and spray me? Is that piss? Is that piss? I mean, I will be seated for Doomsday,
Yeah,
but I was always gonna be, even if it didn't have RDJ, if it didn't have all these other, if it was just a bunch of young Avengers, it was the Thunderbolts with Kate Bishop and Miss Marvel and the next generation, I still would have been there. But nah, gotta do this, but here comes all the people. Yeah, I'll probably just timestamp this little section.
Probably should.
Movie is. But if this is what people really want and what they accept, that's a crying shame. Because, like Incredibles 2, I think people are going to wake up in some months and see just that these films do not hold up. But that WB is going to learn the wrong lessons from this and extend it to all of their other films. Which they're already ruining Supergirl by making her a drunkard, a crass drunkard, just like James Gunn likes all his characters.
Who was the crash drunkard in this movie?
Dude, did you not read Woman of Tomorrow? The story is based on.
Again, what would you like Supergirl to be? Superman-like? But we have this Superman that you don't like.
She's never been that.
So what
except
would you
the
like?
CBS show.
I was about to say, don't start getting too. An issue.
No, CBS/CW show.
And then you just go, oh, power scaling. What? You
Never.
Oh yeah, we both have our. Oh, shut the up.
Yeah, mine is references to material that is pertinent to the thing we're talking about.
Is very pertinent to the things that.
How could low diff or whatever be any pertinent to when we're talking about Mihawk? Because Mihawk can low diff.
Yeah, Mihawk should have been able to low diff Vista, but now it's an upscale because Vista held his own against Mihawk for some amount of time without either of them being defeated. So it is an upscale. Upscale.
The words of the community.
Yeah. And it has infected me. And I need to timestamp that out too. DA power scale. Skip.
And I understand it, because if I talk about things from fighting games, it sounds very alien to somebody that knows practically nothing about that community. But my God.
So, yeah, this is exactly what I would expect from a James Gunn
This is exactly what I'd expect. That's your problem right there. You went in with all the praise it got, and you went, I don't think so. And then you watched it and went, this is exactly what I expect.
People are saying this is amazing. This is revolutionary. This is what Superman should be. I know what to expect.
And it was as expected.
And you just wanted to prove yourself right. That's what it seems
movie.
like.
An unmitigated disaster of plot and character. A 2 out of 10 at best, if not 1 out of 10 after doing this. And people aren't going to be able to admit that because they're too emotionally invested. But it's going to catch up with you. Because this film, plot-wise, is not going to hold up. I have more videos I want to do on this subject because there's just so much to talk about in regards.
How could you have 40 minutes?
Well, you didn't talk about anything.
Didn't talk about anything.
There's so much to talk about.
I got more for y'all.
Talk about.
I ain't done with this yet. I cooked it. It's time to flambe this boy.
To this film, but this is my initial review. Thank you all for watching. I hope that some people are able to see the truth of this, or that if you saw what I saw in the film, you found this video. Thank you for the support. If you want to support me from the Superman fans, Patreon and memberships, thank you all for supporting me there already. And I will see you guys next time.
Big yikes.
Big yikes.
Man, that is a Hall of Fame disingenuous, wanting to be proved right type of muff. Crazy bars.
Agreed. Crazy bars. Bars. There's so many movies out there I've watched where I went, I don't like this. I don't think this is any good. But I can explain it. I'm not just gonna go the plot. Even apparently I did a 30-minute rant on Snowman. I don't remember about that movie, but I'm sure I was able to explain things about it.
I'm watching Black Mirror, and almost back to back, it was my favorite episode and my least.
What
favorite
season are you
episode.
on?
I'm on season 3.
What was the favorite episode?
Season 2 was.
Yeah.
It was the memory ones where you can go back in your memories.
That was good.
Love that episode.
The wife just, hey, let me see that memory. You got it.
And just the implications of everything is just like, this is dystopian. This is the last thing I would. Anybody just like, all right, you was there. No, I wasn't. Zip, there you are.
It's the scariest thing.
Terrifying.
And it's of course just an extension of the internet. The motif of it is just the internet, where everything you put on the internet is there forever. So it's just a digital footprint that is accessible in practically real time of the thing you did. Like, how you gonna covertly try to delete that?
Yeah. And then when he goes into the airplane, he's just like, all right, rewind the last 24 hours of your day, and they're just seeing everything. You taking a
Yeah.
It's just there's no privacy, and I'm just like, this is terrible. And it's coaxed in this good story of this horribly jealous person. I'm like, this is amazing. And then it went into the white bear, which was the girl wakes up with no memories and what? No, that was a great episode.
Okay, I was about to say.
No, I was just like that's also in that season too.
Okay.
Just like, this is an amazing.
Yes, I love
and then
the white bear.
they do that dumb bear VTuber thing where he's trying to be the president. I'm like, this is terrible. This is cheeks.
Yeah,
then in season 3, it's just like, what was that episode?
I have not gotten to season 3 yet.
No, the first episode of season 3 is probably my favorite episode of all of them. What was it? I just watched it and I was just like, I don't even want to watch no more of this because this is it.
I was in from episode 1, season 1.
You got a pig. I'm like, what?
And his wife is just disgusted with him after the fact, even though he knows he had to do it for this. But the entire purpose is everyone's like, I'm not gonna watch this, but everybody is tuned in. And if people were actually the way they were, if they weren't there trying to watch that train wreck, they could have caught the person, they could have got the girl back anyway.
No issue.
Everything would have worked out.
So it's called Nosedive.
Mm-hmm.
It is a world, again, this is horrifying. At any point in time, you can just rate people and just 0 out of 5 stars. Okay. And society is based around how many stars you got.
So it's the Uber stuff.
Loans, and they're just like, this loan is only for 4.5, and you're at a 4.3, and then they go try to.
Oh no, I think I did see that episode.
That again. Dystopian.
It's a credit score. It's a social credit score.
This show is so amazing.
It's modern day Twilight Zone, and it's so good. 1 million credits was so good. And love this. When they're on the bike.
The bike.
Yeah.
Oh my! Again, you're just pedaling when. It started up and he's just in this room. I'm just like, okay, what's going on here? And he looks at his money. I go, okay, I can see what's going on here. And then he gets toothpaste and the money goes down. I'm like, oh, this is terrible. Oh, this is awful. So everything
that is provided for you,
and you got the ads and you can just skip them. It's like, it's gonna cost you money to skip. The dystopian of just like this. I do not want this at all. And it's all about human nature and
and he peddles all that for the girl. She sub over. He pedals for himself to get on that show, and then he's like, "I'm gonna blow my brain. This is horrible." And he just sells out.
And while pretending to still be one of the people, he's in that big high rod. It's so f***ing good.
Black Mirror is the one. Apparently later seasons
I'm so scared
because they went away from the British people and just was like,
no.
A-list and B-list actors, here they come.
I'll enjoy it while I can. Apparently season 3 is the best season where it's just the highest hitting episodes, but Nosedive, dude, so good.
I legitimately, there's a script you can get on GitHub for the Babadook where it was a basically choose your own adventure video, and they took away the functionality for it for the Black Mirror, and you could just do it and your video player will turn into that choose your own adventure. It's so f***ing good. Black Mirror is the one. The pig, and I went, this is amazing.
This what y'all rolling out episode 1. Okay, I see you.
I don't want $1 billion. I don't want the control over anything. I want the prime minister to appear.
And this is the better Joker stuff of just like, I'm just trying to prove a point.
Yes, legitimately. I don't have some master plan. I know y'all think I'm not serious. I'm going to cut off my own fingers, mail it to y'all so y'all think it's hers. And I'm going to just wait and see what y'all do. And they're trying all these digital effects and all this. I told y'all not to fake this. They're trying to track them down. It's just like, I'm not there.
And it's just like, look here. You got that pig. That's all there is to it.
They're having council meetings on the merits
of the numbers polls go up. It's so... I'm like, y'all did me with this political bush about in a pig. Fantastic
series, y'all. Watch Black Mirror up until a certain point, apparently.
But definitely watch it. Welcome to Derry. All the way. All the way. Don't you recognize your baby boy?
The Marge conversation was legitimately some of the best stuff I've ever seen out of this universe.
Skarsgård is so good. He is going to 15 and he's just allowed to do it, and it adds so much.
Your son kills me in the future. Or is it the past?
It's today, tomorrow. It's all the same. The little Pennywise throws the paper at her eye. Like, what are you doing? It's a piece of shit. But that line is, don't you recognize your baby boy? I'm just like, you are so good at this.
Says, man, yeah, your son. Don't you recognize your baby boy? He's such, and I don't know why so many times I rewound the I know you after he sniffs the general. I rewound that so many things. I know you.
He's so good
when he's in his head, it's like, I'm not that guy.
Even the Bob Gray stuff. I'm like, the whole time, it's because he shows up in like episode 4 or 5. I'm like, where's the fake cloud? Where is he? And then he does the spinny thing. Now he's down there with the cloud. I'm like, it's Pennywise!
Dude, even in this episode, the start of the episode is with the kids in play. He's just singing that song.
He's just giving it all. Again, he's allowed to just go to 15.
And he did it. He said, I can do it, so I shall do it.
And that's what this role needs.
Son, don't you recognize your little boy?
He's such...
Why did he read it? Why did he... Don't you recognize your little boy?
How many takes were there? Because they picked the best one. But
the past where it's black and white, but the eyes and the red is so good. Just that little editing like that.
Yes, the cinematography and the editing things are amazing.
Finally came
Just the swaying of the balloon.
He
was in his bag.
completely in his bag. And the fact that they just went go and he went.
He's always been great at the drooling. I don't know. It always catches my attention when he's drooling. Good.
Rage. No, you recognize your little boy. What? Literally, I'm just like, why did he perform it like that? And why did it work so well? Shaking and drooling, you recognize your little boy.
It's both fantastical and serious. Like, he's hurt that she doesn't recognize her son. But he's playing it up as such a big, don't you recognize your little boy?
Oh man,
It's good.
good. Not this video.
Not this video, Hall of Fame. Yeah, I might throw this up on Sunday instead of the typical Friday. It just depending on what I need to do. But yeah. Regardless, Cats.
Cats.
Cats
You need to rewatch Cats.
Oh, maybe I will throw it up on Sunday so people could just go, at least I got something else to watch after Cats.
But wouldn't that be? I need to watch something before Cats.
Maybe, yeah.
Especially since we didn't stream or.
Maybe
DVD
I'll
last.
even throw it up on Saturday.
That double dipping is a bit much.
Hey, watch the video or watch the stream.
But what about both? The people that want both.
That's impossible. Who could want Cats?
Right, you're gonna have to, like I said, you're gonna watch it again, and you're gonna be like, you know what?
This is
They
worse
were
than I
also
ever.
in their bag collectively.
Douchebags.
Hey. that's not funny. It would be serious conversation.
Dude, I am not looking forward to watching Cats.
I'm looking forward to watching it again.
How many times do you think you watched it in the past 90 days? 3 months? 4?
10.
Once a week, essentially? Impossible.
No, that's not once a week.
Essentially, it's once every 9 days.
Probably every other week then.
So like 6?
Seven maybe. Definitely moments I'll rewatch a lot. So maybe that clouds my mind as well.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't understand how it can't just be background noise for you at this point.
It's so good.
It's not so good.
I agree, it's so good. We're both in agreement.
Oh, Wake Up Dead Man is good. Knives Out stuff.
Knives Out. Didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, that's good.
Haven't watched the second movie.
Really? Glass Onion? Glass Onion is contentious, but I love Glass Onion. It's probably still my favorite.
I need to sit down and watch it, and that's not a thing that I do.
Yeah, that's fair. A lot of detective shows are like that. That's why stuff like Elsbeth is real background noise, because they kind of just point out everything for you as opposed to going, you gotta look for it. You know in the beginning of the episode who did it, and it's just her figuring things out and asking questions more than anything. Same thing with High Potential. High Potential is a lot like that, where even if you don't know who did it, she'll look at some things and go, oh, it's this and this and this and this and this and this, and that's what led to this. And it's got Kayla Olsen, who is D in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which might be going to its final season.
That makes sense. You can't do it without Danny DeVito, and he's getting old.
I would hope they would hit the big 20, but they haven't been renewed. And I can't remember who was talking about it. The woman who played the waitress was like, yeah, they're looking to wrap things up, and it's like, ooh, yeah.
I mean, if they've been doing this for 20 years,
more.
The Friends didn't even go that long.
But season 17 is like a top 3 season.
Still, at the same time, you got to know when to back out gracefully.
I mean, they could have backed out on this one if they didn't. If they would have resolved more plot points, they could have backed out on this one.
There's a clip going around of Marge's voice.
Oh,
Just end it. Legit AI. I will accept that. Stop having that lady talk.
there's a series I plan to do, which is so much easier than all the other stuff. Which is The Last Great, where I just look or listen at things backwards. So to find The Last Great, and I want to do it for The Simpsons, but I feel like I would be 13 seasons before I hit the last great episode of The Simpsons. And I feel like that I cannot do that for the first one.
Yeah, you can't do it.
It's too much. Because every clip I see, I'm like, this is not funny. Yeah. It's not dramatic. It's not heart. There's no heart to it.
And Marge is just falling apart.
Legitimately. And they've said before, like, until one of the main ones die, they'll keep going.
They need to stop.
They need to stop. And we need to stop.
Yes, we do. I will never get over that line, Reed.
Again, the Marge conversation is one of the best things I've ever seen in any media. It's so good. So the same, the little Pennywise.
Fart we woo.
Fart we woo.
We the end part has been going on for too long, I feel. Cut it all. Cut it all.
Don't you recognize the end point? Don't you recognize the wee woo?
He's so good! Why is he so good at that role?
Are we actually in Fart Wee Woo for me to stop? Or can I talk about one more thing?
What do you need to talk about?
Dude, early this year has got...
Don't you recognize your little
He doesn't even say don't. He said roll. There's no D. Roll your like Scooby-Doo. The beginning of this year is gone for me because I had forgotten Final Destination came out this year.
I told you, Captain America and the Red Hulk or whatever it's called feels like
Brave
it came
New
out
World.
2 years ago.
So like, I gotta go back and look at everything because I had totally forgotten Final Destination because I was, somebody was talking about the best horror movies this year. Final Destination was one. That's not possible. That's last year, right?
I ain't even see that shit yet.
What?
Ain't even see that shit.
What? That's crazy. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. The only reason I say it's pretty good is almost all the effects are digital and the blood and all that. And I'm like, practical would have hit hard for some of
I ain't got the money for that. Sorry.
They knew it was gonna make bank. They probably didn't know it was gonna make this much bank though. I think it made something like 130 million. It did gangbusters.
50 million budget and it made 315.
Yeah. So I'm shocked they didn't pump another 30 mil into it.
But they couldn't have known.
And it's not like there's gonna be a bunch of people watching Final Destination like, the blood is so fake looking because of the digital. No, it's your boy.
It was 10. The budget of Final Destination 5 was 40 million and it made 150 million. So they gave it 10 more million and doubled that. Yeah. The Final Destination, budget 40 million, box office 187. Final Destination 3, budget 25, made 118. So this just in all over that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess audience was ready for that one.
Not only were they ready for it, it's a good one.
And there's probably nothing else going on.
And it's the final role for Tiny. So, that whole thing. Todd. That's what I'm looking for. Yep. So, yeah. The best and the worst is coming at some point on the podcast. And I gotta look through some things. Because, my God.
I'm gonna have to shorten music a lot.
Really? I mean, you might as well go for music because I doubt Mike has a lot of music and I'm just gonna do my top 10. I'm not gonna do a most disappointing or worst or whatever, except for like 2 or 3. That's probably your big category. Mike's big category is gonna be gaming. My big category is gonna be movies/TV shows. So you might as well just do what you want.
I'll see what I feel like.
Now we can fart.
Now we can fart.